the song with your heart. Play the song with your heart.
And one time, hey, throw your hand.
What is good, YouTube? This your boy Aaron,
Brian.
and this is the Courtside View podcast, and we are back. It is Friday. School is almost over. It's the winter time, so it's almost Christmas time, and I love Christmas because it's time for them gifts.
Indeed.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good.
Man, did any of your parlays hit?
Not a parlay, but the boost that FanDuel had for the Thursday night game hit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was one where you get your free money back, whatever, if your parlay doesn't hit, and I did that one. But luckily, my parlay hit. I won 3 in a row, baby. 3 sweep, you feel me? Now, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Middleton. Yeah, y'all sold me. Y'all really did. It's like you guys forgot how to play football. And Nikola Vucevic, you're a starting center. Getting paid all this money. And you couldn't get one rebound in 8 minutes of play? Down the stretch, 3 minutes in regulation in the fourth quarter, and then 5 minutes in overtime, and you couldn't get one rebound. You sold me, and I hope the Lakers never, ever, if the Bulls come in there and say, hey, we got a package with DeRozan and so-and-so, but you got to take on Vucevic, do not take the deal because he's the softest starting center in the NBA by a mile. There's nobody softer than him. Getting out-rebounded by Mitchell Robinson, Zach LaVine is stealing your rebounds and all that. Like, it was atrocious. I was so mad. But
I could have told you not to put no money on that dude.
By the way, if you're gonna bet today, I'm telling you, the LeBron 20+, 80, 25+ is easy money. They're playing the Nuggets. That's all I gotta say on that matter. But anywho, let's get back to the stuff at hand, the most important stuff, and that is the NFL. Now, I didn't watch the game last night because I was watching Avatar. Hey, Avatar was a good film. It was long as hell, but it was a good film. But talk about, did you watch the game?
Indeed.
Okay, talk about what transpired because I was hearing
Here's
some
what
bad
happened.
stuff.
Here's what happened. Gino came out. He didn't have his best performance, but this was kind of expected because, well, he ain't played that well against the 49ers the first time they met, and then the defense was, the Seahawks O-line was getting killed out there.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa was doing whatever he wanted to out there. Their offense couldn't move the ball up the field much. And then Brock Purdy, once again, doing Brock Purdy things. Like the run will stop eventually. No rookie QB has ever won a Super Bowl. That's all I'm going to say.
As long as they beat the Cowboys.
No.
That's all that matters.
Do not. Don't worry, Odell coming to save us.
Odell. Are we sure he's gonna be on the field? They say, Odell, he coming back in the playoffs. Okay, whatever.
We got to get past the first game first.
Okay, all right, yeah. Dude is coming back from an ACL injury. Dude has bad knees. Like, okay, we'll see how that goes. And how many snaps is he gonna play? Like 5? Like, they saying, he's gonna play in the playoffs. Listen, but he'll play 5 snaps.
Listen, it'll be worth it if he could just for one play. If he could just get one.
You think he's
person
Percy
open.
Harvin with the Seahawks?
No, I'm not. You're not listening to what I'm. Let me finish. If he just gets one play where the defense even looks in his direction to leave someone else open, that's worth all the money.
Oh my God,
that one play could win the game.
Dude's gonna be moving like Cabo San out there if he plays in the playoffs with coming back from a major injury. Like, come on, bro. But yeah, Brock Purdy again. That Kyle Shanahan system, that West Coast style system, it just works for QBs. With Jimmy Garoppolo, I guess Trey Lance, it didn't really work as much, I guess, because it was a small sample size. But yeah, like remember Nick Mullins? He came in for the year Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt, and he was balling out. So yeah, these quarterbacks, as long as they do what Kyle Shanahan says, Matt Ryan as well, it works. Especially, system quarterbacks. So, yeah, that's really much said. Tyler Lockett, he got injured that game. I think
broke his finger.
Yeah, that was very
Rip
interesting.
fantasy owners.
Yeah, RIP fantasy owners. I know this one guy.
Also, R.P. Garrett Wilson owners this Sunday.
Oh, they play. Who they play?
The Bill? No, not the Bills. They play the Lions.
The Lions. Why you say RP
Zach
that?
Wilson starting.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, we're gonna get to that in a second. But wow, yeah, Mike White. I was a believer in Mike White, but he's gonna be out. So now Zach Wilson, if he has one good game, they're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna give the reins back to Zach Wilson. So yeah, that'll be interesting. But yeah, man, Seattle.
Hopefully, them weeks on the bench gave him some humility and wanted him to and pushed him to do better.
Yeah, because he was the third string. Now he jumped up to the second, and now he's starting. So we'll have to see. Seattle is 7-7.
Their season is over.
Yeah, it's looking very likely.
Y'all did good though. Y'all did good. No one expected y'all to contend for the playoffs this year. You kidding me?
Well, at the end of the day, they do have the Broncos pick, and it might be top 3.
It's going to be top 5 at least.
I'm telling you. Listen, I like Geno, but
I don't think it's no point of upgrading a QB unless it's Bryce Young.
that's what I don't know, because C.J. Stroud, the Seattle system is very well, like, just sort of catered to QBs, just with the talent and offensive coordinator. Seems like he is able to really get the best out of their quarterbacks, like Geno Smith. Geno Smith came out of nowhere. Like, dude was a backup to Russell Wilson, to I think on the Giants as well, if I'm not mistaken, to Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think he was also a backup at the Chargers. I could be wrong about that, but I think he was. So, dude has been a journeyman since like 2014, and now he goes to Seattle, and he's just really good.
I think he even backed up Brad Stafford. Is it Brad?
Matthew Stafford?
No. Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford.
In New
Really?
York. I think they was on the same team.
On the Jets?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
I think they
yeah,
was.
he's been a journeyman. He's been a backup, and now he finally a starter. And I just feel like when it comes to Seattle, he's going to have a market, right? And teams are going to overpay for him. And I don't think Seattle should try to overpay for a guy that was a backup for majority of his career. And when he came to your place, to your system, with your weapons, he breaks out. I think that would be just the wrong move to do. I think drafting a QB like a Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud would be better for them. Because, let's face it, the roster, they overachieved. They were not supposed to be this good. Like, Tariq Woolen came out of nowhere. Some other players as well came out of nowhere. Michael Jackson and Kobe Bryant came out of nowhere and started Kenneth Walker. So I feel like they should take this year as, okay, we overachieved, but the roster still needs a lot of work to do. And the quarterback position, I don't want to pay Geno Smith 25 M's.
I mean, you got money.
Yeah, but paying him 25 M's after he was a backup for the majority of his career?
That's almost a 50% discount.
Like, come on, I'm just saying. And then, like, if you get a rookie QB, right, and you up, and then you have the draft picks from the Broncos, plus your own, you can accumulate draft picks, you can sign players in free agency, and you have a quarterback on a rookie deal. So I'm just saying. And then it seems like they're well coached. The offense coordinator, I don't know if he's still going to be there, but I said there's a chance he might come another year. So I'm just saying it would just behoove them to take advantage of that opportunity. But yeah.
So if it was between, say, if the Broncos get so bad to where they in a position where the Seahawks could draft Jalen Carter or Bryce Young, which one you think is
Bryce
more
Young.
important?
Bryce Young, because as good as Geno Smith has been.
You mean Jalen Carter?
Oh, well, Jalen Carter. You're right. Well,
oh, you mean Geno? Oh,
yeah,
okay,
Geno
I see
Smith.
what you're saying.
Geno Smith. I'm just saying, like, Geno, as good as Geno Smith has been, I feel like this is his ceiling. Like, I don't think he's going to get better than this. And he was okay. Like, he turned the ball over the past few games, and they still weren't able to make the playoffs. I feel like just draft a quarterback, especially if it's Bryce Young or if it's C.J. Stroud, and develop him. and then you can accumulate some pieces, accumulate some free agents, and your future will be even brighter. That's just me.
I mean, it makes sense, but QBs is hard to come by.
It is, but like Geno Smith, like this could be just a 1-year wonder. Like, remember Ryan Fitzpatrick with the Jets that 1 year? I'm just saying.
Linsanity.
Yeah, it's a Linsanity run. So I wouldn't do it. That's just me. But let's transition to just reacting to the games before Thursday night, and that was Week 14. And I want to start off with the game that I was like really watching, and that was the Dolphins and the Chargers game. And there was a lot of
Shout out to the Chargers. Y'all won me some money with that upset.
Unfortunately, see, I'm not gonna lie. When we were recording the podcast and we were picking the games, in my head I was thinking this seems like an upset, but I didn't want to say it out loud because I have so much faith and so much I'm a fan of Tua, so I was biased, and that happens. I don't know if that ever happened to you, where it's just like in your head you're thinking this is an upset, but you don't want to admit it out loud and stuff. So when it happened, I was just like, man, I had a feeling this might happen. And it's because Tua, the past 2 weeks, has made me nervous whenever he's thrown the football. And whenever that happens, that's a bad sign, because I don't know what it is about me when it comes to quarterbacks. But when I feel like I'm nervous watching you play football, then something's wrong. Something ain't right. And if you watch the game, it wasn't necessarily all on Tua, because the Chargers had a great game plan when it came to taking away the middle of the field. They were really playing tight coverage on these wide receivers. And you have Jalen Waddle, you have Tyreek Hill, and you're able to play tight coverage on them. That just lets you know that they're just defensively, they've really done a really good job. And that's a lot of it was tight coverage. Some of it was Tua was inaccurate. I was like, bruh. There was this one play with Tyreek Hill. He could have gained maybe 20, 30 yards on. I think it was in the middle of the field maybe.
Yep.
It was another play where if Tua had a stronger arm, it was like a fade route, whatever, by the sideline. If he had a strong arm, even though it was tight coverage, if he had Justin Herbert's arm, he had a better – I'll say Kyler Murray's arm, he would have been able to fit it right to the receiver's hands. And that's what it really was. There was one throw where it was to the running back, and he missed him. It was an easy throw. So, yeah, he was inaccurate in the game, and I was just disappointed in him. But you got to also attribute to Mike McDaniels not adjusting. They didn't do any adjustments. None. I'm like, run the ball. They're one of the worst run defenses in the league, and you just decide we're just going to throw the ball. I don't understand these head coaches sometimes. They should know more football than us. But sometimes I feel like I know more football than them when that should not be the case. Just run the ball. Stop.
I've been saying it all year. Run the ball.
Their egos get in the way of what should be done. You look at the Niners, right? The thing about the Niners, what makes them so dangerous is that they're a finesse team, but they're also physical.
Yep.
And when you have those combinations, it's dangerous. That's dangerous. And that's why even with Brock Purdy, they can go to the Super Bowl. And you look at the Miami Dolphins, and it's just straight finesse. There's no physicality to this team, and that's what's going to hurt them. That's what potentially not make the playoffs, because they're not physical enough on the line of scrimmage. Run the ball. That's all I got to say. How you feel about the game?
Justin Herbert shut down all the discussions that Chargers and Dolphins Twitter was having. When you just watch the game, you could just see there's just a different level. It was a shame to see Tua go out like that, because he was a good dude.
Oh, man.
It was a shame, man. And yeah, it was just bad. I was, Justin Herbert, he I don't know if he took it personally, but he was making every throw you needed. Sideline, boom, post, boom, out, boom. He was in there. I was like, good grief. It's like he's killing them. And the Dolphins defense couldn't do nothing. And Xavier Howard,
He was a good
all
dude.
that money,
It's a good dude.
How
bro.
much they pay you? $20 million? Oh
yeah,
my
something
goodness.
like that, like 80-something million. It was oh my god.
Oh goodness. You cook food out there.
Mike Williams getting him the business.
Yeah, man. So yeah, the Chargers they pulled out. They backs against the wall. They needed a win against a top opponent. They went out there and got it done. Yeah, they got it done.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
think people was. I don't know if it was that game or another game where they was mad because Brandon Staley went for it on 4th down at the goal line. I think it was. Was it
the Raiders game? It could have been. It might have been because they lost that game, and I saw.
No. It was the Chargers game, but they actually won. But people were saying that it was trying to get on the analytics people because they said you're supposed to go for it there. But they went for it twice on 4th and goal. One of them didn't get it, but the second time they did get it. So people were saying, well, if they would have took 3 points, if they would have took the field goal and got the 3 points, 7 is still greater than 6.
Yeah.
So it made sense for them to go for it. I was like, well, you put it like that.
Nah, but you know that remember I think it was the first drive that they had. They got down to the end zone, the red zone area, and they called that 4th down play.
Yeah.
It was to DeAndre Carter. I was like, what are you doing? Just run the ball.
I think it would have been. I think they could have got it if I don't know if Carter slipped or something. I don't know what happened, but that play would have worked if something had to go wrong.
I don't know, but some of the plays in that area, it was just questionable. I just like, okay, what are y'all doing?
Like I understand red zone is kind of harder because the defense is more. It's less field to work with. But
less
like
plays.
you got to do something.
Yeah, you got, bro. They could have literally done like a fade
like
route to Mike
bootlegs work like 9 times out of 10. Just run it.
Bro, all they had to do was a fade route to Mike Williams. Literally, that's all they had to do, and it would have probably worked most of the time. Cause dude was mossing everybody.
Yeah.
He was cooking everybody that day, and or do a play for Austin Eckler or something. Cause the fact you weren't able to get
Keenan Allen is your
points?
best route runner on the field. Just put him in like an out or in and let him cook somebody.
now, what's interesting about like just Justin Herbert is that the receivers, there's no like guy that can like really separate that much. It's really like go route guys.
Because he ain't got no speed.
Exactly, yeah. Like Keenan Allen, he's a route magician,
But he ain't got no speed.
he got no speed, and like
So
Mike
once he
he's a
breaks
jump
out the
ball.
route, he may get a little separated, but the DB just catches right back up.
Yeah, Mike Williams, he's a jump ball merchant, so like he can't really separate that much, and he's not a technician with route running. So him and Keenan Allen, they have a certain style, but it's not a speed. They're not speedsters. And what the Chargers need to do in the offseason, they need to get a speedster. Like free agency and the draft for somebody. Because the way this is looking, the reason why the Chargers aren't able to score as much as you would think they could is because the receivers can't separate. They got DeAndre Carter, who I think Washington, he was like a backup or something. They got him playing major minutes. So that just lets you know that they desperately need more help in that wide receiver position.
There's another team that's bottom of the league in separation, but we still rise.
Talking about Cowboys?
Yes.
Oh my God, dude, that's
Did you know? We're 31st in pass block win rate.
Mm-hmm.
Only better than the Jaguars, I believe.
Yeah.
And we still have the least amount of sacks taken. That's why I say sacks are a QB stat.
Okay.
But we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Let's move on to another game. I actually got to see what the schedule was. Let's get the easy games about the way first. Like the Eagles they beat crap out of the Giants. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, that was Jalen Hurts. You need to apologize.
For what?
Apologize to Jalen
For what?
Hurts. You before the season you had your skepticisms and all this other stuff.
As I should.
And then also you were like, oh, Patrick Mahomes still MVP.
He is the MVP.
No, he's not.
Yes,
he's
he
not.
is.
Jalen Hurts is the MVP right now.
Okay.
Come on now.
Pat
Admit it.
Mahomes is doing more with less.
Oh my God. So what? Jalen Hurts, his team is winning. They got one loss, and he's producing. That last game with the Titans, he was sensational. He is the driving force of that team.
Would Jalen Hurts put up 40 against the 49ers?
No, but he's still the driving force of the team.
I would hope so. He has A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, an elite O-line.
So,
Dallas Goedert. Good grief.
Give the man his credit.
He's playing good.
He's playing good.
Yes, he's playing good.
He's playing great.
Okay.
Come on now. Give the man his credit.
What other top 10 QB couldn't do that in his place?
Oh my God! It doesn't matter. He's playing well. Why are you giving all these excuses? Just admit he's playing great and that he is the MVP favorite right now. The way that he's playing after what Patrick Mahomes did against the Broncos, throwing 3 INTs, letting Russell Wilson come back and nearly tie the game. But you're not gonna get Jalen Hurts,
But
his dude.
I'm not letting that slide because nobody uses that when they almost lost to the Colts or when they was in a dog
Did
fight
Jalen
with
Hurts
the
throw
Texans.
3 INTs?
No, but he only put up 16 points.
Okay, but he ain't throw no 3 INTs. Come on,
They
now.
threw 3 INTs and they still won by almost double digit points.
But still, you throw 3 INTs in a game and nearly let them beat you. How is that not bad?
If we gonna get on Pat Mahomes for throwing 3 picks and letting the Broncos come, we got to get on the Eagles for almost losing to the Colts.
Oh my God.
Them the rules. Them the
Oh my
rules.
God, dude. This is insane.
Them the rules.
You're nasty. You're just this is a Cowboys. I keep forgetting this is a Cowboys fan. He's just like him and Michael Parsons, they just be hating out here.
No. Micah Parsons' whole spiel was, why does only the QB get the nod for MVP when the team around them is also good?
Okay.
That was his whole point.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts just so happened to be the example.
But Jalen Hurts, let's be real, he's the driving force of that team. There's nobody that is comparable.
Sure.
Like AJ Brown is nice. I give you AJ Brown, but he's not no Devontae Adams. He's not no Tyreek Hill.
He's not no CD Lamb.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that.
Stuff.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, dude, give me.
Yes, obviously, I think Jalen Hurts is the most important aspect of the team. But how much does the system help him?
I mean, majority of quarterbacks, the system helps them. Like,
Interesting.
come on now, like look at
Not
Justin,
my QB.
Look at Justin Herbert. As talented as he is, wouldn't he thrive better with a system like Sean Payton's or a system like the 49ers? Like he's like people have been looking at him like, yo, what's up with Justin Herbert?
His receivers suck. That's what's
his
up.
receivers, the system. I don't know.
O-line injured.
Maybe that might have something to do with it.
Defense not playing as good as they should.
I'm just saying, most quarterbacks need a system, need personnel in order to thrive. Why are we doing this to Jalen Hurts? Huh? Why are we doing this? Why can't we just say Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback? He's playing great football right now. And he's the MVP.
No one's
front-runner.
taking him playing good football away from him. It's just Pat Mahomes is better.
Okay, but as the MVP favorite, who is the MVP favorite? And you're saying Patrick Mahomes, when he has 3 losses, nearly lost to one of the worst football teams in the league.
You can't use the nearly loss unless we use it for Jalen Hurts.
Threw 3 INT. Did Jalen Hurts throw 3 INTs? Yes or no?
I think he threw 2 against the Jags, but
Did he? I thought that was Trevor Lawrence. He threw 2 picks. I can't remember.
I think they both might have did it.
I can't remember. But at the end of the day, 3 INTs against one of the worst teams in the league is 3 INTs, and they
No, don't do that because we all know the Broncos' defense is top 5.
Okay, I understand that, but at the same time, 3 INTs is 3 INTs, and if you're that guy, if you're the best quarterback in the NFL, you can't do that. And then they almost came back because of your woes. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? That's all I gotta say. But I don't want to
looking up the stats.
I don't want to go too.
Hurts only threw 1 INT against the Jags.
but
threw for no TDs.
And I think Hurts might have the least amount of interceptions in the league. I might be wrong about that.
I think he does.
What? The least amount of interceptions, probably has the most total. He might have the most total touchdowns in the league, unless Patrick Mahomes' passing touchdowns is ridiculous. I know he has the most rushing touchdowns for a quarterback. So yeah, man, what? Like, you have no argument in your favor. There's no argument. It's just hate.
It's not hate. It's reality.
It's just hate.
Jalen Hurts is not more valuable than Patrick Mahomes, period.
But when we're talking about the MVP, it's about who has the better stats and whose team is winning.
Then they should change the name of the award to Best Performer Award.
God. You know that's not how it goes. But you wanna move You want to change the narrative.
It's not. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm
If
saying
Jalen Hurts win the MVP and go outside in the playoffs, I'm going to be.
it's a regular
insufferable.
season award.
Okay.
Why are we acting like this is not a regular season award?
But when it happened to Lamar, the jokes was flying though.
Those people are racist. That's why. I'm just saying because everybody and their mama knew that Lamar deserved that award. But anywho, let's go to the next game because we can talk about this all day.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong jump. There you go.
So
let's talk about the Jets versus Bills. It wasn't too much to talk about.
Yeah, the Jets versus Bills. Mike White, they were just going after him like it was nasty out there. It was a total.
Yeah, they was sending heat. They hit that man with the rhino spear, not the Goldberg spear, the rhino spear. Had that man body looking like the letter C out there. It was nasty.
He was trying though. Like it wasn't like they were just getting mollywopped by the Bills or anything like that. Like they were trying, but at the end of the day, why you making that face?
I don't know. Why in the world is Mike White throwing 44 passes?
Ooh, that is bad. And then he was getting cooked up. He's getting light up.
Like what?
Yeah, that's crazy. What is that? 27 for 44. That's like. Let me check the.
That's over 50%, but not by that much.
Like 61%. That's actually not for a backup for a guy that was like a third stringer. Throwing 44 passes, 61%. That's actually not bad.
Josh Allen only threw for 147 yards.
See, at the end of the day, if Mike White wasn't getting knocked out of the game as much as he was, they would have had a better chance. But 12-20, I mean, they were in Buffalo, I think it was. Not much you could really do there. Not much you really do. So let's go to the Bengals and the Browns and.
Bengals beat the brakes off like we all thought they would.
Deshaun Watson, man.
He played better, but it wasn't enough.
10 points. 10 points.
Nick Chubb was getting shut down though.
The thing with the Browns is Deshaun Watson 42 passes. 42 passes? I get it. He gave him $230 million. This is his second game. And you make him throw 42 passes. And you have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. What are we doing? What is Kevin Stefanski doing?
To be fair, the Bengals wasn't giving up nothing on the ground.
That is true.
They was averaging 2.6 yards, 2.8 yards a carry.
I don't care. I'm still running the ball. 42 passes for a guy that hasn't played football in like 700 plus days. Come on now. You can't do that. That's malpractice. That's ridiculous.
Browns will be Browns.
Yeah, Browns will be Browns.
That kind of sounded racist, but y'all know what I meant.
And then the Bengals on the other side, the Bengals, Joe Burrow, he was okay. I mean, I wouldn't say he was like just sensational. I thought that he could have done a lot more that game. I remember the Bengals, they went out, they had like a pretty good margin of in terms of like points, whatever. But then all of a sudden he threw an INT. And the game started looking kind of funny to me. I was like, okay, Bengals, like, when you going to get it together? And then eventually they got it together and stuff. But I just think that the Browns are just an awful team. I don't understand how, like, Zach Taylor, he just keeps doing this. Like, just run the ball more. Dude, Joe Mixon had 14 carries for 96 yards. Continue to run the ball. It's okay. You don't have to put everything on Joe. Now, there was a report, whatever, that said, I think it was after week 5. I think that was when they played. I don't know if that was when they played the Browns, whatever. But after week 5, they adjusted. I think they put more freedom. They gave more freedom for Joe Burrow, right? Because the offense was just very stagnant. I guess Zach Taylor realized, like, okay, this is not gonna work. And after that, they started winning games. They started scoring points, and Joe Burrow, he's been sensational. He's been a top 5 QB this year. And, yeah, I just think that the running game is just, to me, the Bengals, they just keep getting away from what works. So, how you feel about just this game overall?
A Browns loss is a win for America. That's all I'm going to say.
You think
Good job, Bengals.
You think that's when it comes to betting, you can bet whatever team that's playing the Browns?
I don't know about this week.
Who they play this
I think
week?
they play the Steelers.
That's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be an interesting game.
I'm stupid. Not the Steelers. They play the Saints.
Yeah, that'll be
Oh
interesting.
no! I think I was right. I'm on the wrong week. My bad.
Oh, that's all good. That's all
Yeah,
good.
they play the Ravens. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no Lamar Jackson, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But they still might lose. They still might lose. So it'll be. So I want to talk about Kyler Murray, the Cardinals game, right? Because this was interesting. Because
Salute to the Patriots. Y'all won me some money.
here's the deal. This is why quarterbacks want their contract, want their money. They sit out training camp, mini camp, and all this other stuff. Their agent is demanding this, demanding that. Because football is a very physical game, and you never know when it's going to be your time to get injured. And Kyler Murray, I think he tore his ACL, I believe it was.
Yep.
And now he's going to have to go through rehab. We don't even know if he's going to play next year.
He's going to play next year. Bro.
Like the start of the season specifically. No. So I say that to say that I'm glad that Kyler Murray got his money, and I'm glad that the Cardinals realized that, you know what, all the stuff that we're doing, it's not worth it. But I say this to say I compare this to Lamar's situation and how he decided, you know what, I'm going to play on this 1-year deal, right? Even though I know the team is sabotaging me. I don't have the necessarily weapons available to my disposal. So I'm gonna take a risk. I'm going to play on this 1-year deal. And guess what happened? He got hurt. And we don't know when he's going to come back. He might come back week 16. He might come back week 17. But he got injured, and he's out. And I think that Lamar Jackson, I'm going to say it again, he was wrong in this approach. And I think part of that is not having an agent, representing yourself. And he wants to be the highest paid quarterback. And sometimes it's not going to work because of your play on the field and just the way that these organizations operate. So when you saw Kyler Murray's injury, what was your thought process?
Damn. I mean, that's all I can say. I ain't even see the play when it happened. I think I was downstairs and I was like, what happened to Kyler Murray? And I was like, oh, he hurt. And I was like, dang.
Non-contact.
I was like, dang, that's sad. But I was like, it's money on the line. So, but yeah, it's like, okay, my thing is Kyler Murray's hurt. We don't know when he's coming back next. What time next season he's coming back. How are you supposed to motivate this team going forward and telling, oh, don't worry, everything is not okay. They're like 4-10. How you listen, at this point, you got to fire the head coach, fire Steve Keim, trade D-Hop. You gotta nearly blow it up.
Trade D-Hop?
You got to blow it up.
Whoa. You going to trade him? That star receiver?
Listen. How can you you got to salvage this? Because y'all not competing next year.
Yeah, they need to.
They need to offload some people.
They need to address the offensive line. They need to. Yeah, they got a lot they got to work through because right now it's not looking good though.
And all the free agents, you think they gonna come back? You kidding me?
No way, no how.
I'm telling you, they gotta blow it up. It's a shame you gotta blow it up after you just signed all that money to your QB, but this isn't a winning team.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like because Kyler Murray, I don't know if he was the highest paid when he got the contract. I don't think. So. Do you feel like Kyler Murray's approach, Lamar Jackson sort of should have taken that approach, right? Where it's like, okay, I'll get my money, but I'm not going to be the highest paid. Should he have taken that approach?
Oh, Lamar should he have taken?
Yeah, because
Kyler
Murray got paid a lot, and he's been.
That's because the org was willing to take a risk on him. The Ravens org clearly don't want to take that risk.
But here's the thing.
Someone else will.
We don't know exactly what the money looking like, but let's say the Ravens were like, okay, we'll give you a little bit more than Kyler Murray, right? And that's a lot of money. That's more than Dak. That's more than a lot of quarterbacks. But we're not going to give you those 230 M's. We're not going to give you 250 M's. Like some people saying he want 250 M's. I don't see that. But we're not going to give you that much money. Wouldn't that be fair? Especially when his play has been a little inconsistent sometimes.
Has he ever been worse than Kyler Murray? Like definitively worse.
No, he hasn't.
Has Kyler Murray won a playoff game?
Well, actually, last year there was a debate because remember that 11. I think it may have been 8-0 start. People were like, oh, Kyler Murray better than Lamar Jackson the way he's playing. He in the MVP
I knew that was a
conversation.
fake run.
But yeah, so there were times where you could say maybe Kyler Murray is better than Lamar Jackson, especially last year. But overall, I would say in terms of like really ranking QBs, I would say that Lamar is better than him. So that's why giving him a little bit more money than Kyler Murray, I would say that that's definitely fair. But saying that, oh, he's worth 230 M's, especially with the injury history and the inconsistent play, I feel like he was wrong. He was wrong to do it.
Listen, if the Ravens don't pay it, someone else will.
I don't know, 250 M's?
Not 250.
230? No. I think he wants more than that, though.
He ain't going to get it.
Then that's the problem.
Listen, he not gonna quit playing football, so he gonna sign to somebody.
Well, he's gonna have to take a discount then.
That's what he's gonna do.
That's the whole point with the Ravens and him. He's not.
But he's not gonna take it from the Ravens. He ain't taking no discount from the Ravens. He's like, I came in and helped y'all to come back from irrelevancy when y'all had Joe Flacco back there throwing 80 million picks and not getting nowhere. I brought y'all to the playoffs year after year. I won MVP. I made Baltimore Ravens a national topic again, and y'all can't give me the money I'm owed.
Well,
Forget y'all. I ain't taking no discount. I'm going to sign here for cheaper and win more games, win a Super Bowl, and then y'all going to look stupid.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes took a discount.
Oh, that was different.
Oh, that was different. Yeah, that was different.
Because at least Pat Mahomes, he had Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. He was thinking big picture. Ain't nobody else on the Ravens big picture material.
You got a point there. But in order for them to make moves,
Lamar would gladly go play in New York, play for the Jets with Gary Wilson and all them young bulls, and go out there and win a Super Bowl. He would gladly play for the Dolphins. He would gladly play for the Lions. The Ravens ain't stopping no motion.
Okay. All right. I just think that if he wants to remain a Raven, I feel like it's 230 M's is unrealistic. That's just my mindset.
Well,
just
then
the way that the organization looking at it.
They gonna regret losing their franchise QB.
Okay. All right. Hey. Well, let's get to
bunch of fools. I can't stand. Why do people overthink that? Pay your QB.
Not 230 M's.
Okay.
Not 230
Listen,
M's.
you pay the market. You don't pay the player.
That market is that. Come on now, Deshaun Watson.
So when you say 230, you mean 230 fully guaranteed?
Yes.
Is that what I ain't never given no QB no fully guaranteed contract. You kidding me?
I think that's what he wants.
The only QB worth fully guaranteed money right now is Pat Mahomes.
I think the thing with Lamar,
and he don't even got fully guaranteed.
I think the thing with Lamar is that
better take a baseball deal, get 9 years, 300 in.
I think they're gonna give him a lot of the contract's gonna be a lot, but then the guarantee money that's what really is the driving force of everything. Like, what does that look like? And if it's not comparable to Deshaun, then he gonna be like, dude. This dude had how many lawsuits? Hasn't played football in how many years? And he got 230 M's? Come on now. So, not going to be able to do it with Lamar. Sorry. That's all I got to say. But so, let's get to the Cowboys game. And
they almost killed me,
Oh,
y'all.
my God. Oh, my goodness.
The Cowboys nearly killed me.
If the Texans weren't tanking on purpose, you guys would have lost. Because what happened in that goal line situation was atrocious. That was atrocious.
D-Law made a play.
Come on now. I think it was 4th down play where was it Jeff Briscoe or something like that? And come on now. That was a tank job. Let's be for real. They did that on purpose because there's no way. There's no way.
They did
bro.
it on purpose.
And then
if the Cowboys clutch play the Cowboys, man. Oh, they did it. They lost on purpose. These is grown men at the end of the day. They still like to win.
It's funny. It really is.
NFL players don't like to tank.
It's so funny how you guys just were in a dog fight with the worst team in the league at home. How did you let that happen?
These is NFL teams at the end of the day.
Dak was looking horrible, looking horrendous. Dak is.
He showed up when we needed him, though.
Against the Texans.
You think a 98-yard
pathetic.
game-winning drive is easy?
That's
That's
pathetic.
just something QBs just wake up, roll out the
That
bed.
is
Oh, let me
so-
go 98 yards to win
That's
the
so
game.
pathetic. That is so pathetic.
You're shameless.
I'm
but,
not shameless.
but when Jalen Hurts came back against the sorry Colts, it was fly though. Like, come on, we can't pick and choose when game-winning drives matter.
League. Did you not see what they were doing at the end? They were bro. They were. They
You
wanted
sound
to
just
lose
like
on
you sound
purpose.
like them analysts that be on these networks this is nasty. You was just getting on me about being objective about the MVP, but now you're gonna come up and say they lost on purpose, y'all. The NFL with grown men that gotta feed their kids lost on purpose.
Your man's wasn't even playing.
Who?
The corner. Your
Stingley?
Yes.
He's
he wasn't even
hurt.
playing.
He's hurt.
Exactly.
So
I'm saying, how the hell did that happen? How did Dak look that awful against the Texans?
you wanna know what happened?
What?
We lost Terrence Steele.
Oh my God. Okay.
Dalton Schultz dropped like 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
We couldn't get no separation.
No separation.
No separation.
Against these terrible.
Didn't I say we were
DBs?
like towards the bottom of the league in separation? Kellen Moore called a terrible game,
against the Texans.
and then Dak threw picks. And oh my goodness, whoever I don't know who. Matter of fact, let me look up this box score. I don't know who the heck this dude is. Do you know who Chris Moore is?
No, I don't. I
don't?
heard of him.
Guess how
until
many
this
yards
game.
he had?
Like 100 and something, 150.
124 yards on 10 catches.
Yeah, he had a coming out party.
Who is he?
And then Amari Rodgers got a touchdown. I was like what?
This is what happened. We play against the elite receivers and lock them down. Then we get beat by miscellaneous characters.
Amari Rodgers, that one was wild. I was not expecting that. I was like, what? I haven't seen Amari Rodgers catch a touchdown since ever.
We didn't get a single sack.
Yeah, that was bad. That was really bad.
The defense underperformed. It was just a bad performance top to down. Hopefully this game woke them up and told them to get their head out of there, you know what, and actually lock in because the Eagles is coming.
I need y'all to have a Hall of Fame type performance by your defense against Jacksonville because it's the fantasy playoffs, people, and I need them to hoop. Do not sell me like you did against the Texans. Do not. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be really mad if you guys can't handle your business against.
Trevor
the
Lawrence
Texans.
might put up career numbers. I'm not gonna lie.
He better not. I better see 6 sacks from the Cowboys.
If you were Trevor Lawrence fantasy owner, you might be in for a good week. The way we've been playing on defense.
Oh man, I'm so disgusted. But anywho, yeah, I don't know how you feel confident about the Cowboys versus the Eagles after everything that's transpired.
Listen, it's not about being confident in the team. It's about being confident in the narrative, in the script. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know.
Oh, we know the script. Cowboys losing,
But
especially after what Michael
it's not
Parsons said
about
on the
what
podcast.
Trust me.
You just gave him bulletin board material right there.
Listen, bulletin board. I hate that term because if you're just not going to show up to play, then you don't even play. I hate bulletin board. You should be motivated just to win because you're better than the team, not because some dude said something you ain't like. That's the softest thing I've ever heard.
It's called being even more locked in.
Oh, whatever,
You
man.
can be locked. Hey, man, when it comes to sports,
And at the end of the day, they got to line up.
when it comes to sports, sometimes you can be locked in, but sometimes you need that extra push.
Man, whatever. If they the better team, they win. It don't matter what he said, right?
All right, well,
I don't know how we opened up as the favorites on ESPN, little matchup thing. We have a 62% chance to win. I don't know where they got that from. I got to see what Vegas talking about.
I can't wait for Christmas Eve. It's gonna be good because I already
Yeah,
know.
because we're going to win.
Oh, I'm gonna have me a good old early Christmas treat.
Dog.
It's gonna be good.
You have to play the trend. Dak doesn't get swept by NFC East. Well, he technically wouldn't have got swept because he only played them one time. But the Cowboys don't get swept unless it's 2020 against NFC East opponents.
We will see. But that's later down the road. Anywho,
And the Eagles might clinch by then. Actually, no. Someone said they won't clinch, which is crazy.
Anywho,
Next game.
I don't want to get too
Ravens
much.
and Steelers. Who cares?
That was a snooze fest.
Steelers lost to a backup QB.
Yeah, that was a snooze fest.
Chiefs, Broncos. We just kind of hit on that
we
already.
kind of hit the nail on that one.
49ers, Buccaneers was a laughing stock.
Yeah,
performance.
that was horrible. Tom Brady, God bless you. It's time
Panthers
to be a
really
family
lost,
man.
beat the Seahawks. I was so upset.
Yeah, that one was interesting. I did not
I
see
was
that
so
coming.
upset.
The Seahawks again, they're just down. They're just trajectory wise, it's just going down now. And yeah, that's all I really have to say with that matter. And then we have
Jags beat the brakes off the Titans.
I'll say this: Trevor Lawrence, like people want to crown him. I'm seeing all these analysts crown him. He's talented. That is fair to say, but he's inconsistent. Until I see some consistency from Trevor Lawrence, I'm not going to crown him. Oh, my God, Trevor Lawrence, did you see this? Did you see that? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he made that throw. Yeah, he looked really good. But did you not see 2 games ago? Did you not see those 4 weeks where he was looking very suspect? Did you not see the time where he played the Broncos? Remember that game in London where the Broncos were struggling heavily? Oh, we're just going to ignore that because of one really good game. See, this is what people do with Trevor Lawrence. He'll have 2-3 really mediocre games, and then he'll have that one game. You're like, oh, my God, this guy's the future. And then they try to crown him early. Like, that's not what I need to see consistency from him before we'll just crown him. So, yeah, he has a lot of potential.
If you do it against the Cowboys, I'd be impressed.
Next year, we'll have to see. They'll probably give him more pieces. But I'm not about to crown him right now. That's all I got to say on that matter.
All right. Oh, my goodness. The Raiders, y'all are in the mud.
Oh, yeah. Did we talk about that?
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so
You let Baker Mayfield lead a 90-something yard game-winning drive.
That was horrible.
They was down 16-3, I believe.
Yep.
Just like Tom Brady was, and you let him come back. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Derek Carr is horrible.
Straight like
I
that.
had money on that game, I think it was, and it was Devontae Adams, I think. And I think it was also was it Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown, and I got that one, I believe it was. And I just needed the Devontae Adams like receiving yards, and I think it was the touchdown, I think. And Josh McDaniels and Derek Carr sold me. They were making some of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen in a football game in the second half. And I think he threw that one interception, I believe it was the end of the first half, where he bumped into the offensive lineman and he still threw it. Like, what are you doing, bruh? Like, dude, you're an NFL starting quarterback. You can't be throwing miscellaneous throws like that into the end zone when the receiver is not even close to be able to getting it. Like, it was literally like DBs everywhere.
Yep.
Swarming it like it was a beehive and everything. Dude was seeing ghosts out there against the Rams without Aaron Donald, with Jalen Ramsey. We already know he's been inconsistent this year. Like, what are we doing? Now, Bobby Wagner, he has been hooping this year. He's like,
should have signed with the Cowboys.
We've been, you've been kind of skeptical, but he's been hooping this year. He still has a lot left in the tank, but the Rams, they've just been awful this year. And I'm disappointed. I really am.
And the Vikings. We knew your run was fraudulent.
Oh, my God, that game right there. That game. And
But the Lions are going to be so good next year.
yeah, they are. I told you before the season started, Lions are a sleeper team. They're a sleeper team. And
They could. If they
proved
went
me
out,
right.
they could make the playoffs.
Yeah, they could. They could, because they have the tiebreaker
I wouldn't be
with the
surprised.
Packers. They have the tiebreaker with the Packers and the Giants. They beat the Giants as well. And beat
the Commanders.
So they had a tiebreaker against all three of those teams. If they start slipping, then they can get
One of
right
them,
through.
I think the Giants are going to start slipping.
Yeah, they're
I think they
definitely gonna
lose,
start
but
slipping.
we'll get to the. We about to get into the predictions now. Matter of fact,
So
Week 14 of the NFL, as we know, the 49ers beat the Seahawks last night.
actually, it's
and
week 15, but
Oh, it was
continue.
week 15. Oh, I can't. My glasses
Yeah,
tweaking.
keep continue.
But yeah, we would have predicted the 49ers anyway. I'm counting that as a
Yeah,
win.
that
A win is a win. I don't care.
Yeah,
Colts, Vikings stomp.
Vikings.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say stomp, but I'm gonna go Vikings.
Vikings. I think Vikings stomp. They lost their last two.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta show that they got some heart. Ravens versus the Browns. I'm going Browns because Ravens. I don't think they get away with another Tyler Huntley W again this week.
I go Ravens. I don't trust the Browns at all. The for crying out loud. They were, if it wasn't for that defense of the Browns, they would have been a dogfight with the Texans. I'm going the Ravens on this one. I don't believe in them at all. I don't believe in Deshaun Watson.
The Ravens are in a position where they could lose a game and still be in the playoffs.
And their defense, Ravens defense has played a lot better too. Specifically, Marlon Humphreys and Patrick Queen. Them dudes have been hooping lately.
Campbell been hooping.
Calais Campbell. So, yeah, I'm going to go Ravens on this one. And J.K. Dobbins is back, and he had a really good game.
That is true.
So, yeah, I like the way that the Ravens have been playing. I'm going Ravens.
And Joe Mixon was giving the Browns the business, so one game could be the key to victory there.
So another game that I'm gonna be watching, but I'm gonna be watching with one eye closed, and that's the Dolphins and the Bills.
I think Bills stomp.
I think Bills win.
It's snowing.
They're used to this condition. They have Josh Allen. He has a strong arm, so he's gonna be able to throw in those conditions. Again, I gotta see it from Tua. I gotta believe it that he's able to throw the ball in those like conditions where it's snowing and the weather is not to his advantage, and he's been really cold of recent. So yeah, I have to see it from him. And then let's go to Eagles and Bears. Eagles.
That game is going to be closer than you think.
Yeah, it is, because Justin Fields' heroics, his running ability, and the fact that even though they got Jordan Davis back, there's still some cracks to that run defense. So I'll go with the Bears on this one. Falcons and Saints. Now, Desmond Riddler.
Oh, Ritter is playing.
I said Riddler. I keep thinking like Riddler as like the Batman villain, the Riddler. Like, that'd be funny if his name was actually spelled like the Riddler, but it's Ritter. So Desmond Ritter is starting instead of Marcus Mariota. And Marcus Mariota, in his feelings, he stepped out of the team. He was like, yeah, you know what, I'm good. Like, dude, you're not good.
They said it could have been something other than him just being salty, but I'm not buying it.
You know, he doesn't seem like the type of guy that gets salty, though.
Because, I mean, he wasn't salty when he had to sit behind Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe there's something else going on. Yeah. But Desmond Ritter is starting. Thank God. It's about time. You draft him like the 3rd round. Let's see what he can do. And they're playing the Saints. I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Now, I'm going with the Saints.
After what they did against Tom Brady, I don't know. They were up 16 points with 4 minutes remaining, and just let Tom Brady come back.
I think the Saints defense is going to fluster Ritter. Saints defense ain't no hoes now.
I think Ritter, he's going to add a different level of juice to that team.
Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to go with Saints are favored by 4 points. I may take the spread of the Falcons, but I ain't picking them to win.
Okay, all right, that's fair. I just think that Drake London, he's finally free. Like, he's not locked up no more. So expect Drake London to do some things. Bet the Drake London 50 yards.
Anywho. Lions and Jets. I'm going Lions.
This is a good one.
Lions been on a roll recently. The Jets defense is elite, but Zach Wilson's playing.
Yeah, I'm going to go Lions too. I don't trust Zach Wilson. I have to see to believe before I even give him a chance. So that will make the Jets 7-7. So they're kind of.
It's funny. Well. I think the Jets were favored. Now Detroit's favored by 1.5 points.
Yeah, even though they're at home, in just Zach Wilson, I'm not confident. So I'm gonna go with the Lions. Steelers and Panthers. This is
who cares?
Fest. Yeah, who cares? 5-8 teams.
Panthers.
Go Steelers.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go. Well, if Kyle, I don't know who's the quarterback. I'm assuming it's gonna be Kenny Pickett. So I'm gonna go with the
J.C. Horn is the reason I'm going with the Panthers.
I'm going to go with the Steelers because I like the way that their defense is playing, specifically T.J. Watt. And if Kenny Pickett can come back, which I believe he will, then I'm going to go with the Steelers. So, yeah, that's my pick. Cowboys and Jaguars, I'm going Cowboys.
See, this game, I have a bad feeling, but watch this be the game we absolutely blow them out. But it's either going to be a blowout or a super close game to the end. There's no in between.
All right, I'm gonna go
Cowboys.
Cowboys in this one. I
gotta ride with my dogs. You feel me?
Yeah. Chiefs and Texans. Chiefs
going
easy.
Absolutely. If the Chiefs struggle, I want you to take back what you said against us struggling against the Texans. But the Chiefs gonna blow them out.
If the Chiefs struggle, I need you to take back what you said about Patrick Mahomes as MVP favorite over Jalen Hurts. Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah.
Cardinals, Broncos, give me the Broncos because Kyler is hurt. So
give me the Broncos as well.
Yeah.
Actually, wait a minute.
And it looks like the Broncos. either the Chiefs' defense is just historically bad or the Broncos starting to get a little groove.
Yeah.
I think it's a mix of both.
Patriots and Raiders. The Josh
Give me the
McDaniels
Pats.
Bowl.
Give me the Pats.
The Pats. They're in Vegas. Give me the Raiders. I don't trust the Patriots as much as you do. Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders.
They still have Rajah Ghul. Rajah Ghul is still on the Patriots. Josh McDaniels may try to be Bruce, but he ain't no Batman just yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go with the Raiders. They're getting Hunter Renfrow back as well, so that'll add to their
Yay, more receivers for Derek Carr to miss.
Let's go Chargers and Titans. I'm gonna go Chargers. Actually, you know what? This is in
This is in LA.
This is tough. This is actually. Do I go with the team with
NFC
the coach?
South
Go with the
has
team with
Titans, Texans, Jags, and who's the other NFC? Oh,
Give me
Colts.
the Titans. Give me the Titans. Give me the Titans. Give me the Titans. They have the defense. They have the Chargers not gonna be able to stop Derrick Henry. Give me the Titans.
Give me the sharp bananas, aka the Chargers.
Okay, man. I'm telling you, they're allergic to prosperity.
True, but they need to win more than the Titans at this point.
What? Okay. Who
The Jags aren't a threat.
Who the leader in the division right now?
The Titans are.
Oh God. Oh, that's a bad division. Okay, but I got Titans. Bengals and Buccaneers.
Give me the Bengals on the road against Tom Brady.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if this game is like really close in the team.
I wouldn't be surprised
because the
but
Bengals are the type of team that'll just
sell.
out of nowhere they'll just sell for some reason. But I got the Bengals.
They're only favored by 3.5. So
I got the Bengals though because Tampa Bay has been horrible this year. Giants, Commanders.
I'm going
Left hand up.
I'm going to Commanders.
Who
I
are
think the
we?
Giants run. You're done.
Who are we? The Commanders. I'm going Commanders.
It'll be I think it's going to come down to someone got to get a game-winning drive or a field goal or something.
All right, then the last game, Monday night, Rams versus Packers. I'm going Packers on this one. Easy.
Baker
W.
Mayfield. That was a 1 week thing. He's going to look absolutely terrible Monday. Watch, especially in cold Lambeau.
All right, that'll do it for the slate of games for week 16. No, week 15. So yeah,
Bro, we week 15 already. No, I don't want football to be over. The NBA regular season's horrible.
I will say this: it's a long shot, but the Packers are still in it. I don't think they're gonna get in it
Heck
at all
no.
because they don't have the tiebreaker with the Commanders, the Giants, or
The Lions.
the Lions. So it's not happening. But for some reason, for some inexplicable reason, all these teams start losing. But it's not gonna happen. It's over.
The Cowboys win Sunday. We clinch a spot, so we need to get this dub.
Let's start. So NBA. Stephen Curry got injured his shoulder. He's going to be out for a few weeks. Do you think that the Warriors are potentially finished? With this injury?
Yes and no.
Explain.
Okay, so they are, what's their record right now currently?
They are under 500, I believe it is.
Yeah, let's see how many games under 500 the Warriors are.
They're like close to 500, but they're like 14 and 15.
The Warriors are not playing tonight, so
They're 14 and 15.
Oh, 14, 15?
They're playing Friday, actually. They're playing today. They're playing the Sixers.
Okay, they are playing.
But they're not going to be with Stephen Curry, who has been playing just out of his mind, and they're still not winning games. Klay Thompson.
You see Draymond not playing. That man, that is so shameless.
Oh, yeah, what he did to that fan?
No, he's not playing.
Oh, he's not playing.
As soon as Steph go out, he's not playing.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about Draymond.
Might start actually win the game. You know, I ain't gonna say it.
Nah, Draymond is weird because every time the team starts losing, he just doesn't play games. He says peace out. So the Warriors without Stephen Curry, I don't know how they're gonna stay afloat because
if they stay around 500, I think they'll be okay. But
I don't know if they're gonna be able to do it because
they need JP to step up.
Klay Thompson, he's been inconsistent. Draymond Green, we already know.
JP props every night. Every time they play, I'm betting Jordan Poole props.
I feel like this roster, they peaked last year. What
happened is the young guys didn't develop the way they were supposed to.
James
And you
Wiseman.
can tell they miss Mike Brown.
I guess because he was an energy guy. He was able to get them.
He got them young dudes ready to play. The young guys were developing when he was on the. Now look at them. They look terrible.
They do. They look out of sorts. Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga, James Wiseman. He's not even on the team. He's in the G League, being brought up, going back to G League. Like, it is bad. It really is. And so the Warriors, they're in a bad position. They should have just traded those young guys because they were at the time, people were looking at them like, oh, these are some nice young pieces that they have. They can put a trade package together, maybe with Wiggins, and get a star. They should have done that because right now, I know hindsight is 20/20, but man, the missed opportunity to upgrade a team and just the bad array of just draft picks, James Wiseman, Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga was the 7th pick in the draft. James Wiseman was the 2nd pick in the draft. And you miss on both of them?
Well, first of all, they messed up drafting a back-to-basket big 2nd overall. Like, come on, son.
Imagine they had, I say this all the time, you get LaMelo. Okay, Klay Thompson come back from injury. You can maybe pair LaMelo with Klay one year, and then you could trade Klay away. Like, there's so many things you could do. I get they're like, whoa, we have Jordan Poole. We have Jordan Poole.
So
well, you guys, okay, but if you had LaMelo, but LaMelo worth 140 M's, Jordan Poole not worth no 140 M's. You paid Jordan Poole. They sabotaged this team. They really did, and I'm for it. I'm for it because I'm a Laker fan, and seeing the Warriors continuously beat us, I hate it. So, hey, I'm all for it as long as the Clippers don't go to the finals, that is. But
shoot, Kawhi and them got to play enough games to get to the finals.
But yeah, his shoulder is to the point where if he comes back too early, he can potentially tear it. So it's going to be interesting to see how they manage Stephen Curry's sort of, I guess you could say, rehab when it comes to the shoulder, and to not put him back out there too soon because this season is looking very bad for them. I don't see how it gets brighter from here. And, yeah, there's nothing really to look forward to with the Warriors right now unless those young players step up. If they step up because of the absence of Stephen Curry, then we could start getting to the realm where, okay, the Warriors are a threat now. But right now, it's looking like a wash season for them. So, okay, so then we have, let's talk about the Pelicans and just their rise to the top because it's interesting. A few years ago when Zion and Ja came in the league, there was this whole conversation of they have, like, these two teams have the best young core in the league, and they have a bright future. And lo and behold, both of the teams, number 1, number 2, is Pelicans and the Grizzlies. But I want to talk about the Pelicans specifically and just how, like, man, they've really, like, improved. And I just love what's going on with New Orleans because Zion Williamson, he's been hurt. But now he's coming for him. He's looking like he's finally sort of coming to his own. He's won me a lot of money in these FanDuel bets. That's all I gotta say. How do you feel about just the Pelicans' growth?
Is it safe to say that if the Pelicans win a ring, they won the Lakers trade?
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that, bro. Don't do that. Because they lost. What was it, Lonzo?
Who can't even play basketball.
That is a good point, but they traded for him, though. They did trade for him. If they win a ring, yes, they won the trade. Because got Brandon Ingram back, and he's an all-star. And then you were able to get Josh Hart and trade him for a package for C.J. McCollum, who's a really nice player. So if they win a ring, sure, you could say that. But is that going to happen? I don't think so. But that's a different discussion for another day. That's a different discussion for another day.
If the Grizzlies and the Celtics in the final, I'm dead not watching.
That's cap. That's cap. That's cap.
I can't root for nobody. I don't like any of those teams.
That's cap. How you gonna call John Morant a rim runner, but not Giannis?
Because Giannis is 7 foot. I mean, it makes sense he's a rim runner.
That is terrible. That is so terrible.
The
You're
real running
disgusting.
dunk resides in Memphis,
And
not-
he
not
actually
Milwaukee.
and he can actually make threes too. He's not like Giannis who be bricking and he can make his free throws. That's all I got. I'm not trying to hate on Giannis, but I'm just saying like calling Ja a rim runner, a run and dunk guy like that. That sounds like some hater stuff right there. That's
Listen. Do it until they stop you. That's the way I see it.
oh my god.
If
Okay.
it works, do it until they stop you.
We weren't calling Derrick Rose a rim runner or Russell
I
Westbrook.
don't say run and dunk as a negative thing.
Like run and dunk. Like we don't say that for Derrick Rose or Russell
Because all the
Westbrook.
14-year-olds started that crap.
And you're taking
Actually, no. James Harden was the one who started the run and dunk thing.
what?
He did. That's literally what he said. Giannis, he said,
Oh.
he's out trying to be 7 foot, run and just dunk.
That's right. That's probably someone.
I don't think that's for us, is it?
Hello.
I'm sorry.
Key for the conference room. Y'all said you guys had it for Sunday?
No.
You don't have it?
No. Well, actually, yes, we do. Actually, we got a key.
No, you should have a key
Oh
to the conference room.
Yeah, got you.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, for the conference room?
Yeah, I
We
thought.
being there for- That's the room. We'll discuss that on.
Yeah, I thought she was knocking because we were all loud and stuff. But okay, all right. So yeah, back to the conversation. You talking about James Harden and the run and dunk.
Yeah, he's the one who started the run and dunk.
Yeah, and
And
I remember now.
14-year-olds ran with it because they liked James Harden at the time.
Yeah, because there was this whole conversation about skill and stuff like that. Oh, this guy isn't skilled enough. I'm doing all this, because I'm not 7 feet tall and I don't have the physical prowess. I don't have all that other stuff that Giannis has where he can get away with certain stuff. So, but you do travel though. You do travel a lot, James Harden. That's all I gotta say. And Giannis too. He be traveling.
Everybody is traveling and carrying. It makes basketball nearly unwatchable.
No, you.
Dev in the lab ruined the game for me.
What you mean?
You know them videos he be
He
posting?
brought light. He brought light
But
to.
now I'm, instead of watching the game, I'm looking at if people is carrying or not.
But it's let's be real. It is kind of hard. Like when you're watching.
No wonder nobody can play no defense because they're getting away with breaking the rules.
Nah, but when you're watching it in like real time, when you're watching the game, it's so fast. Like it's hard to really watching and say, "Oh, this guy's carrying." Unless you're like watching the film over and you're able to like watch it in like 0.5 speed.
I remember one time it was me. I was like, "There's no way." I don't know what game I was. I think it was watching. Was it the Sixers? I don't know what game but I was like, that was the meanest carry I've ever seen.
Nah, LeBron be walking like crazy. Like I remember this one dunk. It was with the Celtics, I believe. He was like, he got the ball right. I think they turned the ball over. He got the ball and he didn't even dribble it. He took steps and then he started, dribbling like once or whatever and dunked it. I'm like, dude, he just walked with it and they didn't call it. I'm just like, these guys just get away with so much.
Because they're trying to make the game more exciting.
That's why when you watch like international play, when the U.S. team plays international, you don't see they can't get away with a lot of those stuff. Like they actually have to play within the rules because those refs don't play. They're like, dude, you have to actually play the game the right way. And in college as well. In college, them referees not gonna let you carry the ball. You're not gonna get away with just carrying the ball left to right like you Allen Iverson. No, because nobody's a star in college. Like they don't get that star treatment. So yeah, it really gets it gets ridiculous. But yeah, then let's see what else there's there. Oh yeah, he said y'all at the office. Yeah, tell him. Yeah, we at the office. We'll be done soon. I'll tell them. Yeah, we're here. We'll be done soon. Okay. So yeah, last thing I want to talk about when it comes to the NBA, and that is the Lakers and their fourth quarter woes, because I thought the Sixers game was bad. against the Celtics, that was atrocious. That was some of the worst just display of basketball I've ever seen in terms of like fourth quarter execution. Because how the hell do you lose that game? And this is just, it's baffling to me that Anthony Davis missed both free throws. He choked again at the free throw line. How do you do that? You don't understand just how mad I was. Because number one, I believe I had money on the game. So I was already tight about that. And then Anthony Davis just blowing those 2 layups. I get it. You're tired. I get it. They put a lot on your shoulders. You had to play defense. You had to play, I think it was 20-something straight minutes of play. But, dude, they're free throws. They're free throws, my guy. You can't make one free throw? He missed both. In the clutch? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Once again, it goes back to your GM. He ain't put no talent on the roster.
Nah, you know what else it goes back to? Coaching. Darvin Ham in these rotations. He keeps starting these guard lineups with Beverly, with Lonnie Walker, and with Dennis Schroeder, or it'll be like Beverly, it'll be Westbrook, it'll be Lonnie Walker. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, why are you starting these guard lineups? You're putting all this pressure on LeBron and Anthony Davis to guard their defenders because you're having guards on your line. Like, you're having a guard play small forward. So that's going to put more on Anthony Davis' hand to try to stop whoever's coming into the lane, right? So if you have Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, and you're putting Patrick Beverly, you're putting Lonnie Walker on him, all right, that's malpractice. That's crazy. It's like, what are you doing? Put Troy Brown in to start the game. Or put Austin Reeves in because he'll give you offense. Patrick Beverly is unplayable. He doesn't add nothing to the table. Put Austin Reeves in. Put Troy Brown in. You can still start Dennis Schroeder because he'll give you a little bit of something. But don't start these guard lines. I don't know what Troy Brown did to Darvin Ham to not get any sort of playing time in the starting line. I don't know what he did. I don't know what's going on. There's some conspiracy going on because it doesn't make sense why Darvin Ham keeps playing these guard lines. What does Patrick Beverly have on Darvin Ham? Seriously. Like, Darvin Ham just doesn't get it. He's not worse than Frank Vogel because last year around this time, guys were already making plans for their vacation, and it was in December. So I'll give Darvin Ham that because the team is competing. But, man, these lineups were horrible. How do you feel about just the Lakers total? Objectively speaking.
Who was y'all playing again?
Playing the Celtics, bro. And we were up by like double digits with like 3 minutes remaining. Yeah.
When AD missed both free throws?
Yeah. That was
y'all also choked against the 76ers.
Yeah, that was before though.
Okay, I got you. Oh man, that game was the equivalent of Hitler versus Bin Laden in my eyes because both of them teams have done irreparable damage. But it's just y'all see. The funny thing is though, a lot of finger pointing is going around. I'm not seeing a single finger point at year 20.
Oh my God, here we go.
Listen, you can look at the stat. You look at the box. You go, oh, LeBron's playing good. Look at the games.
I mean, he played well.
He's not getting back on defense. Late down the stretch of the games, he's not switching on his players. Like, I think it was one play. I think who was left wide open? It might have been either Derek White or Grant Williams.
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
It was a
Grant
switch.
Williams.
Yeah, it was switching AD and Braun. Braun was supposed to go over the screen, go under the screen to follow his man, but he wanted AD to switch, which didn't really make sense. And it ended up being a wide open man, left 3. And then LeBron, he's not scoring down the stretch either. It's like he's just out there getting cardio. He can't keep doing this because the man is old. I know he's still LeBron. Everybody, oh, that's LeBron. Dude, he's getting old. He's what, 36? 38.
37. Turning
37,
38.
yeah. This man can't be playing nearly 40 minutes a game. You kidding me? You going to burn him out before the playoffs? Well, y'all might not, at this rate, shoot. Y'all might not even make the playoffs, but yeah, y'all need to make some trades immediately, but I hope y'all don't, though. And I don't think y'all will.
You know what day it is?
It is Friday, December 16th.
You know the whole conversation was about, let's get to December 15th. Where's the trades? Why haven't we made no trades? You know why? Because Rob Pelinka, he knows.
Didn't y'all extend him?
We did.
He's like, I don't gotta do nothing. I'm chilling.
Genie Bus and Rob Pelinka are doing irreplaceable damage to this Lakers franchise.
And I love every second of it.
Because you're a hater. You're a hater. You're a Stephen Curry lover. You're a Giannis lover, and you're a LeBron hater. And you know what? That's why you can't have any good things. That's why the Cowboys will never be good, because your hate towards certain teams just comes back to bite you. Like the football gods, they don't like people hating on other teams like that. So when that happens,
don't you hate on the Cowboys and now look at the Packers in the mud?
What you mean? I be wanting the Cowboys to win some games. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Only because
you be fake rooting for us. You be trying to build us up to tear us down later. I know the game. You can't fool me.
I don't know what you're talking about. But anywho, back to the Lakers conversation. And I have to say this, because what that game boiled down to, it was Anthony Davis missing them 2 free throws. Like,
No,
I don't care
it was
about
the lack of depth y'all have.
No. At the end,
There's no reason they should be
we
playing.
would have won the game if Anthony Davis made the free throws. I get it, yes, from a vacuum, right? If you want to look at it from just from a macro perspective instead of a micro perspective, then yeah, obviously the whole roster construction is to blame. But I'm looking at it from a micro perspective, and that is Anthony Davis. If he hits the 2 free throws, we more likely win the game. Simple as that.
And if Russell Westbrook doesn't stink it up during OT.
No, I don't blame Russell Westbrook, because LeBron entitled him to shoot the ball. Because LeBron kept passing him the ball.
I mean, he was wide open.
Bro, no.
They was leaving him wide open.
So what? Everybody and their grandmama knows that Russell Westbrook is not a shooter. Russell Westbrook should not be taking no shots. And LeBron, Anthony Davis, they gave him the free reins to do it, and that was a problem. You know why? Because they were tired. Because they were gassed. And they were like, you know what, Russ, do you, Russ? And we all know when Russ, it doesn't work.
Let Russ cook.
Let Russ cook does not work.
In the NFL or the NBA.
Let Russ cook is the equivalent of, I don't know, somebody that can't cook trying to cook dinner. I don't know, Thanksgiving dinner, and it turns out to be bad. Like, that's what Let Russ Cook has become. We all know it's not going to work. But because LeBron is gassed, Anthony Davis is gassed, they're just like, you know what? It is what it is. You know, just take the load. And that's what happened.
Do y'all want to take the season? Well, y'all ain't got your pick, so you can't take.
So we have to play. And
dang,
Darvin Ham needs to do a better job of
blow it up.
You know what?
Worry
about your team. Worry about your team right now.
I'm glad my team is losing. I want Wembanyama or Scoot Henderson.
I thought your team was the Bucks. See, you keep flip-flopping. Pick a side.
I have 2 teams.
No, you have one team. You proclaimed that you were a part of the Bucks
I said,
season.
but the Wizards are in the backseat.
Oh my God, here we go.
The big picture is still the Wizards. I still need Wembanyama in DC.
It's not gonna happen when you keep hating on other teams.
Listen.
You only get blessed.
Good things happen to bad people.
No, good things happen to people that don't hate on other teams. That's why
no wonder the Lakers and the Packers suck this year.
Well, we won a ring, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
And the Packers made it to the championship game in back-to-back years.
And what they got to show for it?
Okay.
A couple MVPs that Aaron Rodgers keeps in his house?
When the last time the Cowboys made the championship game? That's all I got to say.
Still don't win a ring. Going to the championship game, don't win rings.
At least we got some banner we can say, we went to the championship game.
We almost went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, at least we can say that. Unless
that sounds like loser talk.
Hey.
Look, we almost went to the Super Bowl, y'all. No.
Hey man, we're not. Hey, you guys are better losers than us. That's all I gotta say.
Ooh, wow.
At least I see my team win a Super Bowl. You feel me? In my life,
you wasn't even a fan at the time.
I was a fan. I was
brother.
A fan of the player.
Oh yeah, right. You was like what, 10?
Yeah. So what?
Oh man, whatever.
So what? At least
whatever.
I'm not
going
against
for
the
none
Steelers
of that.
too. You guys won a Super Bowl '95.
I don't care.
How
My
long?
Nationals won a ring.
Biggie and Tupac was still alive around there, so that was a long time ago.
My Nats won a ring, and I
Okay.
was present for that moment.
And I was present for that moment too, and I went to the parade. So, yay to me.
Whatever, man. Y'all be rooting for these teams to win, cause y'all be running from the grind. Y'all run from the grind,
I don't run from
man. You jumped on the Packers bandwagon because they was winning. You was trying to run from the grind.
They weren't winning though. When I became a fan of the Packers,
They
were
had
literally,
one down
they were
year?
No, they had 2 down years.
Okay.
They had 2
Ooh.
down years. So I literally went to the squad when they were down. So I don't know what you talking about. See, I'm not like one of these fans that they jump on the bandwagon when like the Bills start winning or something, and now you see all these Bills fans. Like, no, I was a part of the Packers when they were losing. So I deserve some respect in that matter. So anywho, but yeah, the Lakers, they need to get it together because they played the Nuggets tonight, and we beat them before, and that's when we were trash. But we need to just get back to playing solid, fundamental basketball. Please, Darvin Ham, do a better job with these lineups because I'm getting sick and tired of seeing LeBron and AD gas by the time the game's over. So. Yeah. And then finally, I want to talk about just something that happened. It was in the beginning. I think it was either Monday or Tuesday, and it was Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. That whole fiasco. And so what happened was that Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, they were doing a topic surrounding Tom Brady, and Skip Bayless just came out of nowhere and just like pretty much said that, oh, Shannon, you're just jealous, blah, blah, blah. And Shannon's like, this is what you do. Anytime I critique a player that you like Tom Brady, you're saying I'm jealous, I'm envious. And, Skip being Skip is saying that you're just not better than him, being very disrespectful. And I was laughing, but now it's like, damn, Skip, like, come on now, bro. Like, dude, he's a Hall of Fame tight end, and you're saying this? Like, he has 3 Super Bowl rings, and you're saying this? Like, be for real. Dude is a top 5 tight end.
Skip Bayless has always said out of pocket stuff.
He has.
I remember back in the '90s, he alluded that Troy Aikman was gay. I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, Skip Bayless always says I don't even know why people still pay attention to dude.
Because he's funny. That's why. Nah,
He
he's
makes
funny.
fun of himself. He makes himself look funny.
Nah, he's funny. He's especially with the Cowboys. He's hilarious.
The
But
only time I think Skip is funny when he's yelling. Like, it's my turn. That stuff be hilarious.
Let's be real. Remember them LeBron takes back in the day? LeBron.
He did show up in the Cavs jersey with the brick in his.
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan will beat LeBron. A 50-year-old Michael Jordan will beat LeBron 1-on-1. Like, come on now, those were hilarious. The Tebow mania. That's the reason why. All right, so you have a surprise. What's your surprise?
It has to do with something that has recently taken the DMV over by storm. Gambling. Oh, listen, this is a new segment. This is something we doing new. I'm taking a charge on it. Aaron can obviously input if he wants to. But this is now for every Sunday for football. I am releasing the Courtside 5. And what's the Courtside 5, you may ask? It is the 5 plays that will win you money. And we're going to parlay. You can play it straight. You can round robin, do whatever you want to. But let me tell you, these are the 5 plays that I'm rocking with this Sunday. Let's get it. So play number 1, we have the Minnesota Vikings money line. That game is tomorrow, so if you want to get on, you're going to have to jump on it early. Now, these plays all together should add up to about 1,000 plus 1,000 odds. Means if you bet $10 on it, you can win 100. Bet 100, you can win 1,000. Things like that. We also got the Lions money line against the Jets. It was plus money last night when I made it, but since Zach Wilson is starting now, it may be lower. So, yeah. Anywho. The third play, we got the Carolina Panthers money line against the Steelers. Third play is the Bengals money line against the Buccaneers. And the last play is the Giants spread for 7.5 points. Plus 7.5 points against the Commanders. And if you don't know what spread bet means, they have to keep the game within 7 points. If they lose by 8, then the bet loses. And I think that's going to be a very competitive game. So that is the courtside 5. I'm telling you, we're going to win some money. We're going to win some money. We're winning some money this weekend. I'm telling you, we're going to win some money. This is nearly a perfect slip.
I'm not, listen.
He doesn't like betting the spread.
Teach me, what's the round robin? What is that all about?
All right, so round robin pretty much is, you know how you have the 5 different plays, right? So if you round robin it, FanDuel will give you options. It'll be like, since it's 5, I don't know if you can do times 2. I just know you can do 10. So yeah, so it'll round robin it, which means it'll split up the full parlay into like, it could be in 2s, 3s, or whatever. So it'll split up the money evenly across the entire jump. So say so for this one, if I wanted to round robin 2 each, it'll just take like the Vikings and Lions, then it'll do Vikings and Panthers, Vikings and Bengals, Vikings and Dolphins, then it'll do Lions and Panthers, Lions, Bengals. Like it'll do that until all the combinations are fulfilled. And then, so pretty much it's like a safety net. Mm-hmm. So if one doesn't hit, then at least you'll still have the others to fall back on.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so that's pretty much my robin is. I actually won the other night doing one in there. So yeah, it's pretty helpful. It's pretty helpful. You do win less money, but it's more of a safer bet.
You had I just realized you had the Seahawks plus 7.5, right, on Thursday night.
Yes.
And they lost 21-13. So you almost had it.
Yeah.
I know you sick.
If I didn't win that other bet, I would be very upset. No, it wouldn't have mattered. I had freaking Ayuk on that play too, so yeah, it didn't matter.
You had the 50 plus?
Yeah.
Oh God, everybody had the 50 plus. I felt like.
Yeah. He was the #1 dude. Like,
I know.
There's some other guy that got the daggone yards. I'm like, who is this dude?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But
I'm telling you that at first I did have the Dolphins at plus 10.5.
Oh, wait a minute. Ooh,
for the spread.
That sounds like a. I might have to take that.
In theory, it does make sense, but the snow, I can't trust them in the snow.
Well, Josh Allen. You know, people say, "Oh, because they play in those conditions, that means they're good." Are they really that good in those conditions? Have you really seen the Bills in those conditions that much? And then the way that their team operates, they're not a running heavy team. They're a pass happy team. So are we sure that the Bills are? Josh Allen, his arm is elite, but in terms of the personnel, they're not necessarily equipped to really play well in the snow. And all I gotta say.
You could still run with the Dolphins plus 10. I mean, it is pretty good odds for it being a plus 10.5. Is that 180, negative 186? So, yeah.
I'll probably do a separate. I probably would do a separate parlay just with the 10.5, and then have another one where it's like different for the Dolphins and the Bills.
Makes sense. Yeah, that's what I'm rocking with. I did a little research last night, so let me cook up something real quick and bring it, help it give it to the good people. We're gonna post it on social media too.
Yeah, I got you. So yeah, that's
I will be playing it. I'm not just gonna give y'all something and not play it. I ain't phony like that.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all gonna think I'm working with FanDuel or something. No, we got no sponsorships yet.
Yeah, NFL. I love betting.
I hate betting NBA. It's the worst.
Nah, well, I won a lot with the NBA.
I mean, I did too, but it's always a nail biter. I hate it.
It's because you got to know the player. Like, there's gonna be players that you already know that are gonna get you money. Like Zion, he's gonna get you money. AD's gonna get you money. Even LeBron, the 20 plus, that's money right there.
Halliburton gonna get you money.
Halliburton go. But then when it comes to like second tier guys, like guys that are like the second, third option, that's when it gets kind of tricky. Like Chris Middleton, that dude sold me.
Chris Middleton, man, everybody had money on dude yesterday. He folded.
He had like 2 or 5. Like it was single digit points. I was like, bruh, into like 23 minutes. So people like that, or Klay Thompson, like, come on.
He's banned. I'm never betting Klay Thompson.
So yeah, guys like that, that's where it gets kind of tricky. But when you bet the star players that are automatically gonna get you some type of revenue, then yeah, like Zion and them, and then football.
Damian Lillard is free money too.
And then football as well, like
QB's 200 pass yards is always a safe bet.
And then
for the
like
most part.
football, like with the QB 200 passing one, and then Christian McCaffrey. You
Them
could
anytime TD scores be having me sweating. I ain't gonna
like
lie.
Josh Jacobs, bet Josh Jacobs anytime.
Zeke
touchdown score.
anytime touchdown scores nearly a lock every week.
It's Tony Pollard as well. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a lock, but you're not gonna feel any sort of nervousness when it comes
Travis
to Tony
Kelce
Pollard.
TD every
Nah,
week.
he sold me. He sold me
He sold-
last week, and then the week before, I think it
Oh,
was the touchdowns. I think it was he didn't get no
Really?
touchdowns.
That's interesting.
So yeah, but most of the
Usually they give
time,
it to him.
Travis Kelce he'll get you.
It's just pretty much running backs getting TDs. If you know it's a good offense and they go to the running back and the goal line, it's pretty much a safe bet for the most part.
Yeah, don't be an idiot. Don't be an
Don't be
idiot.
betting some miscellaneous dude getting a TD.
Don't do that. Don't do like I don't know. If the receiver is not a guy that gets a lot of touchdowns, don't do the anytime touchdown. Like I like Tyreek Hill, but
That actually hit too.
it did
Covered the
hit. It
fumble.
did. That was crazy. But like Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, I'm doing yards. I'm not doing touchdowns. I'm doing yards, and because they're not a touchdown type of guy. But Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, that's where you can sort of get away with doing the whole anytime touchdown thing, and that's where I get confident. And that's just me. You don't have to be a big football knower. You don't have to be tapped into the NFL a whole lot to know these things, right? So that's all I gotta say about that matter. Be responsible in your gambling.
Indeed.
Be responsible. But is there anything else that we need to discuss before we get out of here?
Yes. Just one little quick thing. We are doing the $10 to 10K in 10 days challenge.
Oh man, I
And we
forgot
are
about
on
that.
day 3 today.
I'm way ahead. I am way ahead. Like DraftKings and FanDuel. Oh man, I've been just cooking up some
I'm
stuff.
up plenty of units just in the past week, but I still want to
Yeah.
continue because my free money running out. So
Oh yeah. But then I just got some more from somebody, because I'm one step ahead from everybody, referring to people and stuff. So yeah, in your face,
I'm gonna get my mom to sign up.
in your face.
Even though she hate gambling.
Yeah, my mom. So I don't know. She's gonna probably.
I don't even. Can she even do that?
I don't know. What you mean? Do what?
I don't want to be federal.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to be federal.
Shh. Be
Yeah.
quiet. Be quiet. But anyway, yeah. So just be
Yeah,
responsible.
Yes, gamble responsibly, please. Please
Gamble.
don't be paying $50 a month to get in discords where when you can get the same information you can get for free.
Don't bet. Don't do no $50 bets unless you have it.
Starting
like that.
out, please don't.
And if you have free money, don't spend all your free money. Don't do it just because. Oh man, I'm gonna cash out a lot of money. Like, don't do it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it.
Learn how to manage your units, please. Please get a stable unit size and play different bets sparingly.
Bro, like if you're smart enough, like you don't have to go into your wallet and actually spend your own money. Like you could literally take what you got from the free money and then, make a $5 bet, make a $10 bet, maybe $15 bet. And then one of them hits, you get a lot of funds from it. You can just stack up your bread off of that. And then eventually once the free money is gone, you can use that money. And then continue to make money. It's so simple. It's so simple. But yeah, the $10, 10 to 10K, I'm all for that. I'm way up
83,
ahead.
gotta turn this 40 into 80.
Yeah, hopefully I
A
can
lot of games, so it shouldn't be too hard. I hope.
Hopefully I can get that three. Them
I ain't
three.
gonna lie.
in a row.
If I get up to day 7, I'm gonna just fold. I ain't gonna. I'm dropping out and restarting.
Oh, you so.
I'm gonna take my money and go, cause man, I'm gonna be sweating bullets trying
So
to
lame.
cook up something.
So lame. I'm continuing. You can't leave when things are looking successful. You gotta go all the way. You gotta go all the way, man. 100%.
You say that till you lose half a band on a bet when you could have just said, I'm gonna take my money. Nah.
I mean, you just spent $10.
Huh?
Wait,
You're not
wait,
spending
wait.
$10.
Wait.
You every day you have to double what you won from the earlier day.
Oh.
So it's all or nothing.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh, then I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. We cut this out. We cut this out.
I'm doing that. Shoot, I'm doing it until I get enough.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all crazy.
I'm playing with house money, so it don't matter to me.
Y'all crazy. All right. Well, I think that'll do it. Thank you guys. Yeah, for today. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell, and we'll be back for more later. I just cracked my voice. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Put my life in these sentences. Fucking right, it's either that or life sentences. I'm relatives with Benjamin. I used to give a fuck about my luck when I was innocent. Now what the fuck is up? I'm at your neck like a penalty, nigga. I need